Nothing on the ICAS, and there is nothing in the notes. What do you think the threats are today?
The taxi.
Yeah.
It's the 180 turn, and then the way the parking position is. That's the only thing I can think of today.
Yeah, so there's no 180 turns as per the AOIs, so we'll taxi off at the end and come back, then we'll backtrack. Then we'll have the two marshallers, so taxi towards the hangars, and then we'll make a right-hand turn and park parallel.
And do they keep you high here with the weather balloon that's there in the area?
Yeah, sometimes, so that's to 10,000 feet, so we might just get limited to 10,000 feet on the descent.
Besides that, I think it's fairly straightforward. I can't think of anything else.
Yeah, it is really straightforward. So the brief, there is no star. We'll expect the INAV runway 08. The final approach fix is at Innes. The altitude is 1,900. I'll be descending to the MDA 760 feet, which we've both set. Missed approach is straight ahead, then a left-hand turn climbing to 2,500. Landing flap 30 with the VRF 143. Auto brake 1 will roll through to the end, auto reverse. Taxi as we just briefed. There's no terrain considerations. The MSA is 4,900. It's just gusty, a little gusty in the weather for our arrival. And I'll leave the autopilot engaged till around 500 feet. Fuel, we're overhead with 10.5 tons. We need 6.2 to go to San Juan, where the weather's pretty much the same. So we've got about 30 minutes to hold and consider.
Yeah.
Any questions?
No questions.
Descent checklist?
Descent checklist, recall.
Checked.
Notes?
Checked.
Auto brake?
1.
Line data?
VRF 3143, minimum 760.
Approach briefing?
Completed.
Descent checklist completed. Hey guys, we just reached our cruising altitude, 35,000 feet. This is a nice departure today. Runway 36, fairly long takeoff run. High altitude airport, fairly heavyweight, 265 tons for takeoff. And then depart to the north. A little bit bumpy on departure due to the mountains, but then once we get above the clouds, it was really smooth. And here we are. A couple more hours to go, and we'll be in Puerto Rico.
Okay, mates, we're about 240 miles from Aguadilla now. Aguadilla is in Puerto Rico. It is an island in the Caribbean, and it's just to the east of Cuba. So we will be landing on runway 08, doing an INAV approach. Aguadilla is on the northwestern tip of Puerto Rico, so you should get some beautiful views of Caribbean beaches as we come into land. Just to show you our route today, this is our route here, this amber line. We took off here in Ecuador at Quito Airport, and we flew through the Colombian airspace, through the Venezuelan airspace. We are now in the Curacao airspace, then we'll be flying past the Dominican Republic and landing in Puerto Rico at the Aguadilla Airport. Hold.
Check.
Domingo Tour, buenas tardes, Century 133 en ascenso para los inicios.
Century 133, Control Santo Domingo, recibido contacto radar. Vuele directo a Airport y continúe, me confirma, 1-2 será estacional.
Afirmativo 1-2 y directo a Airport.
¿Le es posible mantener el BMC y propia separación con el terreno?
Eso es correcto, caballero.
Directo a Stato.
So we're currently avoiding some weather. So Heidi's asked for direct to position ODES. If you look outside, it will keep us perfectly clear in between the weather on our left and some weather on the right. So it should still be fairly smooth descent down.
Stato, Sierra Alfa Tango Oscar Echo.
Sierra Alfa Tango Oscar Echo, el Julius Carapaz. Diablo 931, descend and maintain Fargo 100.
Fargo 100, Blue 931.
And Diablo 931, contact Punta Cana approach 119.75.
75, good day, Blue 931.
Second one, KLM 733 heavy, flight level 400. What's that, 2513, go ahead. What's that, 2513, reg deviation approved, direct on Q1A1, and those spells of moderate to extreme precipitation at your 12 o'clock, approximately 4 or 5 miles from the Emirates.
Giving
Copy 105,
20 more
radar service
seconds.
terminated, squad
Okay, I'm
VFR,
just gonna slow
frequency
down a
change
little
approved,
bit.
suggest Julian approach, 128.905.
Speed intervention.
Check. Execute.
Copy 105, radar service terminated, squad VFR, contact Julian approach, 128.905 for further advisory. Look. Carrier 34, someone send Roger. And Carrier 39, stand by for the squad, via bus departure jump activity at RFE with surface to 15,000.
Roger, we'll stay south of it, Carrier 9.
American 2405, climb and maintain flight level 380.
1,000.
Mr. Perch altitude set.
Check.
Approaching 08. Plus 100.
Check. Flight director.
Check.
Minimums
Continue.
500.
Check.
$100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Speed break up.
Check.
Reverse normal.
Check. Manual braking.
Check. High cast auto brake.
Check.
Emirates 9914 Heavy, turn right at the end, taxi to parking via Mike Charlie, hold short of 8 at Charlie.
Mike Charlie, hold short of runway 8 at Charlie, Emirates 9914. So right to energy briefed, and then Charlie and hold short.
Check.
60 knots.
Check.
Right. So here's Mike.
I have the marshals inside.
Yep, me too. After landing check is complete.
Check. guys, we've just landed in Aguadilla. The arrival was pretty smooth. There was no weather on the approach, and now we're going to stay here for a couple of days before we head on to Amsterdam. $2,500 set.
Check. Missed approach altitude set.
Check.
Approaching 08. Plus 100.
Check. Flight director.
Check.
Minimums
Continue.
500.
Check.
$100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Speed break up.
Check.
Reverse normal.
Check. Manual braking.
Check. High cast auto brake.
Check.
Emirates 9914 Heavy, turn right at the end, taxi to parking via Mike Charlie, hold short of 8 at Charlie.
Mike Charlie, hold short of runway 8 at Charlie, Emirates 9914. So right turn as you briefed, and then Charlie and hold short.
Check.
60 knots.
Check.
Alright. So here's Mike.